Are you feeling lonely? Like you've got fewer pals than you used to, or that you've got no mates at all? Well, ironically, you're not alone. A study has found that in Britain, the Billy No Mates is on the rise. And according to research, we have, on average, fewer than 4 true friends. 1 in 10 people says they have no friends at all. And that number has doubled in the past decade. So why the rise in mateless Britons? Well, experts are suggesting it's because people are mostly communicating through social media, and that has led to a rise in ghosting. That's where people just stop messaging or speaking to friends without telling them why. Do you know what? I was joking at the beginning, but actually I find this very sad, this story about not having very many friends. And Tessa's smiling away. Yeah! But no, I do, because actually feeling lonely is responsible for so many health conditions, actually. It's the most horrid thing. And I remember many years ago talking to a woman in her 80s who when I was interviewing her, I've forgotten why, but she said, you know, the worst thing about getting older? Lonely. So many of my friends have died. I'm just lonely, and you're the first person I've talked to in a week. And honestly, I wanted to cry.
But that's a bit different if your friends are dying out because
no,
you're old.
I know, but I'm just saying. But this feels sad as well.
Yeah, because you shouldn't have to deal with that unless you're in your old age. Well, given
it's a bit harsh.
Well, that's the natural. The thing is, that's the natural order of things.
It is.
Look, I've always said it's all about.
I'm going to counter that.
It is about the natural order of things. If you're older, you are more likely to die. I do think it's about quality rather than quantity, but it does make me sad that social media has kind of replaced normal human interaction, where people meet people in the pub. I mean, I've made friends in a pub, and I've seen them again, and probably more than once. And it's just the thing is, I feel like I'm a rarity because I tell people this, and they're like, "Oh, Esther, you're so strange." It's like, well, no, there's a joy in getting to know people and being friendly, and you know, discovering people's lives. I just genuinely makes me sad.
How many real friends have you got?
I have loads of friends.
How many real friends?
6.
6 is a lot. I'm just going to have to challenge the idea of it being the natural order that as you get older, you get lonely because your friends die.
No.
In fact,
not all of them.
But
not everybody.
Esther just briefly suggested that. And actually, in some cultures, like the Italian culture, you are the matriarch. You're the pinnacle around which the rest of the family and the community gather and listen and revere and feed.
That's Italy.
And yeah, indeed, that is Italy. You know, we've got a lot to answer for in this.
And that's declining as well, because all the young people
do have a lot to answer for. But I think it's really important, though, that somehow social skills need to come back into the sort of more junior life, because I think that there's a danger that, you know, everything electronic is going to be the way, that's how you communicate. And I do understand that, you know, you can't just be old-fashioned and turn back the clock and say, well, it didn't used to be like that in my day. But there must be a hybrid way of embracing the technology, but then also making it a friendship.
I think this is a case of people are now more savvy with their time, especially post-pandemic. I don't waste time with people who I'm not actually friends with. If you're my friend, I will make time to see you. If you're not, then I won't even ghost you. We just won't speak. It's that simple. I've got one proper friend, my sister. That's my best friend. Everyone else are just acquaintances, I suppose.
Hold on a second. So those cocktails we had the other day, is it as nothing to you?
No, when you and I go for cocktails, then we are proper friends.
OK.
But not best friends.
I know we're friends, so I'm not even going to dignify that. What you just said, everything that's just come out of my mouth.
I think your friendship model's weird.
No, it's fact. It's just the way things are.
I'm going to
People
ask
are smart with their time.
Next time, I don't want to sit next to you because there's no point in trying to invest in a friendship.
No, I know.
Tessa will be starting to sit next to me in a minute. She loves me.
I do. I am quite fond of you.
Well, who wouldn't be?
Tessa, how many friends do you have? Real friends?
Real friends. I wrote it down just to work it out.
Go on.
4.
Okay,
4, which puts me 0.3% higher than the national average.